Warzone Season 1 has just come out and is actually in a really good place at the moment, especially when you look at it in comparison to previous seasons. Look, I'm not saying the game is perfect, but in reality, what game is? And before you go and call me a Call of Duty fanboy, go and watch my review of the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. I gave it a 2 out of 10. The thumbnail says it all. Moving on, the guns are feeling really fresh, and for the most part, they just haven't copied and pasted previous guns from the recent Modern Warfare series. So it actually feels like you're leveling up new things that all play a little bit differently. Talking about the guns, yes, there is a clear meta at the moment, but I don't feel like anything is particularly overpowered, as I actually feel that you have time to react to situations as opposed to just being deleted from the map. I feel as if there are a select few that are balanced properly, then everything else kind of is a little bit underpowered and just needs some buffs, which in my opinion is the right way round to be. I can't really talk about the new Warzone without talking about just how good Urzikstan is. The map is incredible, and there aren't any majorly overpowered power positions. In fact, the ones I've come across so far have at least 2 points of entry, making it easy enough to deal with rooftop campers. And if you compare this to other maps like Verdansk, the OG airport tower, if people were up there with claymores, you just weren't getting them out. Now, I'll be the first to admit, when Raven Software first announced the reduction of the 100 player count, I was worried. But since this has been combined with faster circles and a smaller map, the game feels like it's got much better pacing. Cash flow seems to be in a really good spot, as you can get your loadout in a good pace, so even if you die quickly, it's not long until you're up and running again in another game. Kills also come pretty quickly. I know I've managed to drop over 10 kills in multiple games of solo so far, so that's a pretty positive sign. Now let's talk about movement. What an improvement from the last game. It's no longer slow and sluggish, but feels really smooth. And if this alone was the only change they made, I would say that would have made huge improvements to the game alone. The reload cancelling as well, it's really nice. Overall, it just feels like the developers have put their hands up and said, we were wrong with the direction we were taking Warzone 2 in. We've heard you and we've made the changes. Now I know slide cancelling not resetting tac sprint is a hot topic, as I'm aware from the backlash I got over replying to Z-Laner's tweet, but I also got some love from it too. However, I actually think it's good as it is. Slide cancelling provides the benefit of giving you faster ADS speed than if you were just sliding, but I actually just think it's an unnecessary addition to make tac sprint reset from a slide cancel, as at that point you may as well just have unlimited tac sprint instead, as having to button smash to traverse the map is just not an enjoyable experience. I don't know about you, but I'm all for preserving the life of my controller, especially given that I splashed out on an expensive custom controller from AIM. That isn't an ad, by the way, just praising a good product. However, if they do add tac reset to slide cancelling, I'll probably just bind it to a macro, so I'm just not button smashing all the time. But I don't think that's a very fair experience to console players. And in total, if they do want to make that change, then they may as well just make unlimited tac sprint. In total, I think the game is in a really good spot at the moment, and we should really praise the devs for that. Just look at how Warzone 2 came out. The RPK reigned dominant for months. It was literally the only gun that you could get away with using, and the backpack system, movement, everything was just awful. But I do feel like there are some areas to improve, like footstep audio and a couple of other things too. But I really wanted to make this video just to highlight the positives, to be honest. Though I would be interested to hear what changes you think should be made in the comments section below. If you do want to see the best loadouts for all the guns worth using in Warzone, as I have a series of 15-second loadouts, so you're not waiting around for all that important information. Or if you're looking for the best audio settings, then click on the video on screen now, but don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all my videos.